billionaire wants to spend a night with her as he thinks she is his property. Once upon a time in the vibrant city of Ibadan, there lived a stunningly beautiful woman named Zola, the daughter of a wealthy magnate, Chief Oba Adewale. Despite her father's vast fortune, Zola was humble to a fault. While studying at the University of Lagos, she insisted on living in the modest campus hostel, refusing the luxurious apartments her family could easily afford. To Zola, humility was a virtue she guarded fiercely. One day, as Zola headed to her father's office, she noticed a building being demolished. Amid the chaos, her eyes caught sight of a young man, visibly shattered by the destruction. Something about his despair lingered in her mind, even as she reached her father's grand office. Unable to shake the image of the young man, Zola returned to the demolition site and found him standing at the edge of a nearby bridge, gazing at the turbulent waters below. Without hesitation, Zola rushed to him. "Please," she pleaded, her voice trembling yet firm, "don't do this. Whatever you're facing, it's not worth ending your life." The young man Ao turned to her with tears in his eyes. "I've lost everything. My building, my dreams, my purpose. It's all gone." Zola's heart ached for him. "I don't know your story, but I know you're worth more than this moment. Let me help you." Moved by her compassion, Ao stepped back from the edge, and over time he poured out his heart to Zola. The demolished building had been his tech startup, his pride and joy, but a land dispute had snatched it away. Zola, determined to make a difference, introduced Ao to her father, who helped him rebuild his dream. With Chief Adewale's support, Ao's tech company soared, attracting investors and transforming into a thriving empire. As success bloomed, so did Ao's feelings for Zola. The two became inseparable, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. But their happiness was soon tested. One evening, after a movie date, a strikingly elegant woman approached Ao. "Oh, Ao. I'm Kemi," she said, extending her manicured hand. Her designer attire and air of confidence exuded wealth and privilege. Ao hesitated but shook her hand. "Do I know you?" "Not yet," Kemi replied with a sly smile. "But you will. I've been following your company's success, and I'd love to discuss potential collaborations. Dinner, perhaps?" Zola stood silently beside Ao, her chest tightening as Kemi ignored her presence entirely. Later, Zola expressed her discomfort, but Ao brushed it off. "It's just business," he assured her. As time passed, Kemi's presence became impossible to ignore. She sent gifts, visited Ao's office unannounced, and invited him to exclusive events. Zola's unease grew, but Ao dismissed her concerns, claiming Kemi was instrumental to his business growth. On Zola's birthday, Ao proposed to her, momentarily quelling her doubts. But their joy was short-lived. That same evening, Zola received a devastating call. Her parents had been kidnapped. The kidnappers demanded an exorbitant ransom, which Zola managed to pay. Yet days later, her parents' lifeless bodies were discovered in an abandoned factory. Her world crumbled. Adding to her grief, her uncles seized all her father's assets, leaving her penniless. Heartbroken, Zola turned to Ao, who welcomed her into his home. But as months passed, his warmth faded. He grew distant, his love replaced by cold indifference. When Zola confronted him about Kemi, he erupted in anger. "I'm the man here. Don't question me." One stormy night, Kemi arrived unannounced at Ao's house. "Timmy invited me," she said smugly, brushing past Zola. Ao confirmed her claim, humiliating Zola further. "Kemi is everything you'll never be," he declared, ordering Zola to pack her bags and leave. Standing in the rain, drenched and heartbroken, Zola begged Ao to reconsider. But he ignored her, laughing with Kemi as Zola stood shivering outside. A kind security guard from a neighboring house took pity on her, offering shelter in his modest quarters. Months later, Zola found strength in her despair. She resolved to rebuild her life, leaning on the kindness of the security guard Malik. Meanwhile, Ao's reliance on Kemi backfired. Kemi revealed she was not the wealthy minister's daughter she claimed to be, but an actor hired by Zola's father to test Ao's intentions. When Ao confronted Zola, she stood tall. "You threw me away like trash, but Malik treated me with more kindness than you ever did. You failed to see my worth, and now you've lost everything." Ao was left in ruins as Zola walked away, her head held high, ready to reclaim her life and rise stronger than ever.